going to make a little video here about the shop in my garage where I live. I have a couple little CNC machines in here, those two machines there, and my thoughts on what I was trying to do here, and the size of the shape, and the way the space works, you know, the doors and stuff, so that I can have it in my neighborhood. So the next little segment's going to be about that. I don't know, maybe a little more than half the garage size. So I have a little Haas lathe over there, and this little Haas mill in the garage here. Both of these machines will run on single phase power. So it works pretty good in this neighborhood. There's no three phase at these residential houses. In fact, the whole thing is kind of hidden in the garage because they wouldn't even allow me to do this in this neighborhood if they knew it was in here. They got some kind of restrictions against it, I guess, but I do it anyway. I just didn't, you can't even tell from the outside of the house. In fact, we could go out here. Outside, if you look, looks just like a normal house. You can't even tell. You know, the backyard is here, house, and the normal driveway, cars in it. So you come up here, you just come in the garage. So it looks normal, like there's nothing in here. You come inside here. Now these panels here slide back. This one slides back to there, and then this piece of the wall here will actually fold down and kind of land against that control support on the Haas lathe, and then the whole garage door will actually still open and go around its track here and open up. So I can still open the garage door. And also this panel here will move this way if I slide both of them back. See, this closes here like this, but I can also slide that one back because they're in tracks. Down here there's a board with angles on there. They run on them, and I can get to the back of the Haas's control cabinet that's here. Otherwise I couldn't open the door and get to the electronics of the Haas mill. And the same thing is true here on the lathe. This door here opens up when I've got the garage door open, and I can get to the back of the Haas lathe. But the reason for these walls here really is because it's very hot in Houston. So I'm in Houston, Texas, and so these are insulated. And with the insulation, I can run this little air conditioner here, this window unit. It's turned out to be a pretty nice little machine. I like it. I mean, it won't do a lot of RPM on the spindle, and running on single phase, both these machines can run on single phase. It doesn't have tons of power, but it works pretty good. This is an air dryer for the air system. There's some copper tubing for the air, runs over here to the air compressor. The shelves I put up on the wall, these brackets. Over here we got the cabinet for drills and cabinet for tools, various kinds of tools and end mills, inserts, whatever. You know, things used around the shop. The closet I built in here has the air compressor in it, so when the air compressor comes on, this fan comes on with it. But then there's a time delay relay back here that actually leaves the fan on for, I don't know how many, 5 minutes or so after the compressor shuts off, so that it cools the compressor even though it's not running, because it can still be hot. The air flows in there into the air compressor, and it comes out here and out, I don't know if you can see, out this slot. This is a valve that turns the air on, and it goes down the wall, or this piece of soundproofing, or whatever you want to call it, material, and it goes down that, in between the gap in between the door and the wall, down to the bottom,
and it exits down here. There's about a 2-inch gap on the bottom of the door, so any sound that comes through that this little slot here, which is not very much actually, can still get blocked by the door over here when it's closed, and it has to go down. The air from the fan circulates through and comes around and out the bottom of the door. I made this, I got one of these, I don't know what this track material, you can buy it at Grainger for overhead doors. And I put the trolley in it, and I hooked this little come-along, it's 1-ton come-along on here, so I can run it over here above the mill, and I can pick up that rotary table, that Haas rotary table, which, I don't know, that thing weighs more than I can pick up over the top of this ledge, this coolant guard on the mill. I mean, so this come-along lifts it up, and I can let it down and put it back in its, I still have its original box right down here. I can stick it back in there when I don't have it on the table. It's the computer I program with. It's one of these alien gaming computers. I think Dell makes it. It's a pretty powerful computer, at least it was about 5 or 6 years ago when I bought it. It may not be the most powerful now, but I think at the time it was like the most powerful laptop you can buy. It's kind of big too. The space here, so this space is maybe 10 feet wide by 20 feet deep. Kind of a one-man operation here, which is fine because I'm the only one that really uses anything in here. And it's worked out pretty good for little stuff. I do little things in here. Sometimes I need to make a piece of tooling for my shop. With bigger machines, I do it in here. It's easier than trying to do it on a big machine sometimes. This is still the mill stop fixture here, and various stuff for it. I need to get back to this thing. I started making some videos a year ago almost, I guess, or maybe more than a year ago, for this device, which is the mill stop, 5-axis mill stop. I called it in the videos. I've made quite a few of those in the past, but we always did it the normal way, one part at a time on the mill. I was going to make this fixture to run one complete set of parts in one cycle, and I think that worked pretty nice. I've done that before with other things. Okay, so that's it for the tour in the little shop in the garage of my home. I cut the video pretty severely because I thought that it was getting a little long and boring, and so there's some kind of jumpy cuts in it, but I think it shows the important parts of the garage and what I was trying to show. And if you don't understand something or you have questions, put in the comments down below, and I'll get the answers to you. So anyway, thanks for watching.